Hey, all you folks with a great business idea, this is your chance. Startup Nation's Sloan Brothers will show you how to start it up, step by simple steps. Now, here are the Sloan Brothers.
All right, I'm Rich.
And I'm Jeff. We're the Sloan Brothers, founders of Startup Nation, the world's leading online content and community website.
We put a process at StartupNation.com that's designed to help you start your dream business. And we are most of the way through that process. Here we are in step number 9, and it's all about establishing a brand. We call it a marching brand. And the idea here is to create a brand that people won't forget. It'll give your business so much mileage if you can actually achieve that.
Right, so when you think about your business, think about what are your brand attributes going to be? What distinguishes your brand from others? What are people going to think about when they think of your brand? So some things to ask yourself is, what is the promise I'm going to make? Answer that. Think of what your customers are going to think when they think about your brand and what promise they're going to have fulfilled from you. Think about what differentiates you. You've got to be different than anyone else, so what makes you unique? Think about the personality of the brand. Many times we don't think about that, but actually brands do have personality. If you think about it, Southwest Airlines has brand cachet with true personality. Those are some examples of things you need to think about when you're thinking about brand values, which will help you establish a brand that works for you.
That's right, and you can actually tack on to that the idea of the expectations that you want to be able to meet with your brand. So it's kind of the promise that your brand makes. You know when you have an interaction with the business people behind that brand what to expect when a promise is made by that brand. So beyond these things that we're talking about, you also want to make sure that you essentially customize that brand, custom design that brand to focus on a key target and resonate with a key target so that you're sure that that target marketplace, that customer who you definitely want to reach, really finds your brand appealing.
Right, so then after you think about all that, think about a brand that works for you. And when you get that brand name, then think about putting it into artistic form. You've got to have a logo. Could just be the words itself, or it could be some artistic rendering that goes with the words as a companion to the text, and that becomes your brand. Now, when you think about that, also check the domain name to make sure that the brand is available. You got to make sure you can get the website. So when you pick that name, always check for the brand availability on the website.
Well, that's a very interesting point because we call them touch points, and it's all of the ways that people can have an interaction with your brand. It might be your website name, your domain name. It might be your business card. It might be your letterhead. It might be an advertisement. But your brand and the logo that you've created for that brand have to work in those various mediums. For example, think of this. When you fax someone something, that happens in black and white. How well does your brand, that is multicolored, come across in that kind of vehicle? Is the print big enough or small enough based on that small version of your logo that will end up on your business card? Those are the kinds of things that you need to think about, the various touch points that your brand will have. And those are some of the key things that we want to make sure you're focused on as you work your way through creating your own marching brand that has that drumbeat behind it. People will never forget it. And that is step number 9 of our 10 steps to open for business. Of course, just step number 10 is left for you, and please check it out.